mi máa ṣeun rere gbàdúrà fún mi. Bàbá mi máa ṣeun rere gbàdúrà fún mi. Tọ́mọdé bá hùwà burúkú wọn ní ìyá rẹ̀ ló kọ́. Tọ́mọdé bá hùwà burúkú wọn ní bàbá rẹ̀ ló kọ́. Ìyá mi fọ̀nà tó dá hàn mí láàyè. Bàbá mi fi wà tó dá hàn mí láàyè.
Here we go.
This was my mock shots. This was the when we were just getting in and we had to wear black. And yeah, I was inmate 00501, full of dreams. I was going to write copy that was going to change the world. That was me right there. Advertising was never going to be the same. That was me.
I love your smile. I love, some kind of mischief in your eyes, though. Like, I'm here to cause some trouble. And, I mean, looking at that time. I can't believe you pulled up this picture. I love pictures. They tell stories. Yeah.
So whoever is watching right now, if you do a screenshot and send to me, don't even think about it.
They will. Trust me, they will. So, looking at this picture and looking at you now, tell me, what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? Looking up then and now, I mean, it's been, I think this was 2011. I can't remember the year. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think it was 2011.
Yeah.
Yes. What I'm grateful for, I'm really grateful. I know it might sound cheesy, but I'm really grateful I came to Orange. It was a very defining moment in my life, and not just in a couple of other people. I mean, it's at this point in my life, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure. I just woke up one day. I'm like, okay, I'd like to do advertising. And let me tell you how I even found out about Orange. I wanted to go to an advertising school and I wasn't sure. And then I think I was on a bike. And then I was on a bike with a friend. And then I just said, stop. This is Orange Academy. So we came down, went into the school to make inquiries. And then I met someone there who sold it to me. Like, my friend had to hold me. I'm like, will you calm down? Like, just calm down. I was so excited. And then a year later, I was an Orange Academy student because the decision did not happen immediately. But
yeah,
and I know that there are many other stories like mine, people that just said, interesting. Let me check this out. And their careers changed, their lives changed. I mean, it was a very defining moment for me. I'm very thankful that for the people I met, the network,
it
was amazing. Like it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah. No, I'm fascinated by your story, maybe your career growth and all of that. But I have more pictures. This was...
I promise you guys I was eating. My metabolism was just fast.
This was a workshop. We used to wake up early in the morning to come to class, very early. And I think this was an assignment on personal branding or something like that.
Yes.
How did you cope through all of this time? Do you remember?
We loved it. We loved it. I didn't want Orange to end. And I think this was close to the end of our cohort. And it was something that you brought. And we're so anything to just be at Orange. That was it. It was like, we'll be here. Laulu was there. That was Anu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
What do you tell people that are, because things have changed. We're all in the digital world. Then it was digital, physical. People would come to class, they would enjoy it. Now I understand to even leave home in Nigeria to come outside, it's a lot of money to actually go to, what do you tell people about preparing for an Orange journey in this time and age when things are not, people would rather be online, or do you think that Orange is still a physical thing? Because this is an argument going on everywhere that, we should keep it as it is, where you have the experience. Or do you think it's better for us to speak to the times and just be online? What would you lose? What would be lost?
Yeah, I think maybe I'm a very biased person to ask that
Yes.
question because I am so pro physical. I don't think it's ever the same when I mean I facilitated online during COVID. You literally would feel like you were teaching with your spirit, soul, and body because you were not because you were not physically there with people. So you had to put in extra. And I feel like a lot of people missed out of some realities, even the connections. It's never like the connections are also a very strong part of being in Orange.
Okay.
I know a lot of people grew as a result of the connections that they made. It's hard to make those connections online. I've been in an online school and I think we met like 3, 4 times. And because of that, it never really stuck. There are some people that I know I currently work with an I'm partnering with an Orange Academy alum,
Oh, really?
at Wild Dreams. Yes. Let me call his name Tola Babs. And that was as a result of a connection that we made while we're in Orange,
Physically. Okay.
physically. So if we're online, I don't think would have made that connection. So in as
That's
much as I understand that there are times we try to do like a hybrid, but I would not sacrifice the physical experience. I would always say, maybe I would say 80-20, for that, for that, digital experience. And then maybe 80% for the physical experience. It's you get your hands dirty, physically, meet other
that's a
people.
fascinating. That's really
Yeah,
fascinating explanation. I didn't think about it that way. Oh, I like that. Because really, Orange is not about the classes. It's not a school where you come to learn, somebody is teaching.
exactly.
It is all the experience, and this experience about you with other people, working together, recreating, reimagining. Oh, so it's not just going online because you can find many things on YouTube. You can Google how to do
Exactly.
this, but at Orange, so there's a physical immersion to that learning. That's what I'm hearing from you. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Let's look at another picture here. Can you recognize yourself
Cool
there?
brands.
What was happening here?
So they came for like a session with us. We're so excited about it.
Yeah.
This was after the class. I don't know
Yeah.
why I was feeling so. It looked like I was like I'd absorbed so much. I was so excited because it
Yeah.
looked like it was deeper than the class itself. But I remember this day.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Anouk and Martin. I know you're
Yes.
watching wherever you are in the world. I think they're in New York now.
Yes.
Yeah, I really enjoy this session about the brands around the world and all
Mm-hmm.
of that. And some names there. I think that's Bruno behind you.
Yes, that's Bruno.
That's Bruno. And this is you right there. I don't think this is your class. I think this is another class you came visiting. You look like a
Yes,
guest.
yes,
Yes, you
yes,
look like
yes,
a
yes,
guest,
yes.
and that's your friend who was a program
Esther.
officer.
Yes.
Yeah, what's happening here? What were you thinking? I was teaching as usual,
You were
and you
saying
people were
something not.
gossiping. You people were gossiping. I can hear that from
You
this
said
picture.
something. If I was laughing, Kenny, was you. You said something that made me laugh like that.
So I was the one that caused. This is my fault, right?
It's your fault. All you. This is all you. Definitely all you.
Yeah, and this is going back to the issue of physicalness. I was looking at the wall, all this work, all this stuff that students put on the wall. It was so kind of immersive, this kind of learning. And, I
Mm-hmm.
saw these pictures like 2 days ago. That's Lilian sitting down there.
Yes. I
So
remember this day I
what,
came from
yeah,
work
yeah,
with some other orange minds who happened to be working with me at that time as well.
I will show you. Don't worry.
So that goes back to connection. Yes.
Do
Yes,
you remember
Didi.
everybody here?
Yes. Didi, Ife, and Teve.
Where are they now?
Didi and Teve have left this country. I know Ife is like a brand manager, a marketing manager right now. He's a big shot.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's great. I heard that Didi is the vice president of Money Point.
Yes, yes, she is.
Tever, that's her name. The lady, she was with
Yes.
WYS recently from Canada. I think she's
Mm-hmm.
in Canada. And she was the brand manager for Boat, I think,
Yes, at some
before she
point,
left
yes.
Nigeria. So you all are doing well. And look at you. You were right there on my shoulder with your hand, like, he belongs to me. And all
Like
of us were just
marking my territory.
evacuate territory. This is fascinating, just looking at this image. And you have gone ahead to run even a digital agency. I remember Tola Yawale was telling me, oh, we cannot do without Lilian, and you have done incredible. How has the journey been for you? Looking at this picture, what's coming to your mind now, just looking at this image?
Like how far, I have gone and how far everybody here has gone. Like,
Wow.
I'm sure I'm looking at everyone there, and I don't think they imagined they would be where they are right now.
Wow.
I'm sure they thought about, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But, the point where they are now is, when they look back, I'm sure they'll all be grateful.
Yeah.
We're all thankful. I'm really grateful. Like everything I've learned in Orange has been very helpful in my journey. And I try to pass that along to people because like you said, Orange is not a school.
No.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
And I tell people, you don't come here to copy notes and learn. You come here to learn how to learn.
Oh,
Because
I like that.
learning is a continuous experience. And there's an art of learning how to learn because some people do not know how to, as straightforward as it sounds.
Right.
And it's having understanding, and learning from the world around you. Everything is an opportunity to pick something that could add to your creative portfolio or your creative journey.
That's fascinating.
So that's what I learned in Orange.
And this.
Let me take this. Oh my goodness! Why was I so happy with this picture?
Who are these people in this
That
picture?
is Mr. Chi.
Take me
Chiso.
through.
Yes, that is Kenny.
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah, he was our provost before he handed over to
Yes.
Lankpe Omoyele. This was when I came visiting Nigeria after a long time, and it was good to reconnect with you. And I'm so glad, and that's my twin brother.
Okay, that's why I was so excited.
Yes, I remember that picture very well.
And then on your shoulder again
And this one?
was a photo shoot.
Yeah, this is a beautiful picture of two of us. How has storytelling changed, and what should we take note of going forward? In this era, people are scared of the machine, AI. Everything is changing. There's a geopolitical issue going on. The whole world is going through like a kind of a reset. And everybody is like really worried. Most young people in Nigeria are running away. Government is trying to do their best. We don't trust the government. We trust the government. We don't trust science. We trust science. People, after COVID-19, a lot of things happened. Then this issue of money, people don't have enough to spend. No matter how much you make, there's always the issue, what's going on, with us. There's issue of relationships. Some scientists have said that we're living in the days of loneliness, that most people forget what's going on online. Most people are lonely. So considering all of this together, where do storytellers come in here? What's happening? How can you help brands to stand out despite all of this mess going on?
I think first question, how storytelling has changed.
Yes.
I think has it really changed, or has the times just changed and has affected the way we are telling those, stories? I think formats have changed. Channels of telling stories have changed, but it still remains the same that, one way or the other, stories are being, told. And let me even start from culture.
Okay.
Take, for example, now I'll look at Nigeria. I don't know if you remember the days, and I'll just go back to like the basic storytelling. Because for me, I feel that for for you to successfully tell stories, you have to be in tune with how the culture is, how the culture as a brand, from a brand perspective, how the culture is, expressing themselves, how they are telling their stories. Remember Tales by Moonlight?
Oh, yes, I do.
Tales by Moonlight, when we would watch all of those,
Yes.
And even let me even go back to how, apparently in the olden days, an elderly person would gather kids around and tell them stories.
That one, yeah.
Guess what, Kenny? It's happening again,
Oh, really?
but in another format. So we have people bringing that style of storytelling, but they use AI to do that. So you have, and a lot of us are, I'm one of the people that is hooked on that. People might call it rubbish, but I love it. Like they'll just say, like, once upon in a village called this. I'm telling you, they tell the stories like that.
Yeah.
And it's the same old stories with some kind of a moral lesson to it, quote and unquote.
Right.
And it's almost like we're back there again. And AI is giving people that opportunity to do it in that sort of way. And which now brings me back to your question of, the reality of the culture, what everything is happening. I think from a brand perspective, how do we tap into those realities and not be tone deaf? Maybe take, for example, when we had a particular situation in Nigeria, like the NSARS movement, it was almost like sacrilege for you as a brand to come and post that you are selling something. Are you joking? People are protesting. You're telling me I should come and buy, or that you have a particular service you're offering at that point in time. It was either you joined the conversation or you just kept quiet at that point till everything blew out.
Right.
And it's the same here at this point in time. How are you aware? And I think the story that goes beyond what you're even saying online is also actions that you're taking as a brand. What are you doing in terms of, are you trying to bring out certain sort of, in terms of the way you are presenting your product? Are there things that are considering the reality of the people? Because you are tapping into the reality. Everybody is having a story at a particular point in time. So for that story to make sense, about tapping into the story that is aligning with the times and the reality of the people that you're talking to. So for me, I think in terms of storytelling, we are still telling stories. Formats have changed. Realities have changed.
Yeah.
Channels have changed. How we are telling those stories have just changed. But inherently, we still like stories. And even going down to what you said, we're in an era of loneliness. People want to connect, but they don't want to connect at the same time. It's like everybody's just confused. They want to be authentic, but they want to be artificial at the same time. It's like, and then there's now artificial authenticity as well, because you are being real, but it's a fake kind of real. So it's just knowing.
How do we wait? No, slow down.
Just
So
slow down.
what I'm hearing from you is a paradox. A paradox
Exactly.
of we want to be connected, but at the same time we want to be alone. We want to be, we want to be authentic. At the same time, we want to be fake.
Yes.
Like there is artificial intelligence, there is intelligence. How do we navigate all of this?
Exactly. Because it's, I don't know if you've seen this, it's not a controversy, but this trending conversation about Sienna Rose, who is an AI personality that has released music that has been streamed 5 million, that has 5 million streams on Spotify.
Okay.
And she's not real. And then this AI goes ahead to tell us that there's an argument of me being fake. But can fake do this? I'm like, Auntie, you are AI. And there's this debate and all of that. So that is why I think people are scared of the machine. I even heard that what's her name? Selena Gomez actually used her music and had to take it down, because I'm sure Ato, like, how dare you? This person stands against everything, we stand for as artists and all of that. And you are using that music, you are endorsing AI music. Because these days there's a lot of AI music. There's one
yes.
I followed that.
Yeah.
Man,
they're recreating.
everything is being recreated. Like, I mean, and I even want to ask you a question, Kenny.
Yes,
Coming
please
from
ask.
that era of the paper, when you were coming up with ideas and then you write it on paper, how have you been able to? How are you adapting to this new era, because I think the excuse we give these days that everything is happening so fast that we cannot help but rely on the machine. And it's like something that usually you'd be given an excuse to take 1 month to do has been slashed to 2 days. So how is that working for you? How are you adapting? Because I'm curious.
AI, it's kind of, the speed of thought of AI is so quick when you are chatting with AI. AI is giving you 10,000 ideas, But what I always remember is that these ideas are coming from other people's ideas, because AI is about a motherboard. Everything we're all chatting with AI is storing it to train itself. We're training it with, when you tell AI about Amala, about Eba, you're training AI. AI is getting all of this intelligence, right? So when it's giving me ideas, I always remind myself, this idea is not new, because it's getting it from, the permutation of different ideas that it has got from maybe 1 million people around the world. So I'm always conscious of that when I'm working with AI, especially when it comes to ideation, or when it comes to, I want my idea to be original. So what I did was I created my own AI agent. The biggest thing we have as human is storytelling, in my opinion. And if we outsource that to machine, then we should forget being here. Nobody needs human again. Yeah, nobody needs us. And how are you coping? How are you?
Well, like you said, for me, what I try to do is I always put my thought first, my concepts first. I always think first, come up with my ideas, and then I go into refinements. So you are not giving me stuff. You are like, I'm giving AI things to help me refine, probably expand on, but more often than not, the concept has to come from me. Like you said, if you're not, I always wonder, because we are in an era where a lot of much younger people came into this era of AI, and everything is just a prompt away. So I'm always curious as to how, if you're pitching, how do you not end up with, people presenting like the same things? Because I've been in a brainstorm session where they told people to come with their ideas, and I'm like, everything people got was from AI. Even when I was working with my team, I always make sure that people don't come up with AI ideas. I would go to AI and make sure that I get all the ideas. So if you come to me, I'll be like, yeah, you got this from, this is AI, this AI, this AI, this AI. So just that's how I just feed it out.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm still concept first. I still preach concept first to people. Like you have your AI agents. I think I'm going to also do something similar to that as well. I've learned something.
Yeah.
And just train it to assist you, not take over your thinking.
Correct.
Because there's something that they're calling it now, the possibility of brain rot. I found myself having to train someone on learning how to think again, because they pretty much prompt everything.
One of the issues that we're having is that I'm afraid that we may be losing basic things that make us human. Like, I give you a few example of things that I believe make us human. The ability to dream. AI cannot dream. AI is a machine. It can only see into the future based on the data that has been fed into it. So it's going to based on A, B, C, D, E, F, G will happen in the future. But that's not how we dream as human. When we dream, we don't go to bed with data and say that this is, sometimes you are dreaming that you are flying, and then people say that you're a witch. You find yourself on a broom, and then you find yourself flying, somewhere maybe that doesn't exist. Sometimes somebody is chasing you, in a dream, and people say you need to go to church and pray because you wake up sweating, right? And then you feel all of this stuff. For me, these are the things that create incredible creativity. This is where our creative persona come from. The ability to dream, the ability to, it's almost a spiritual thing, for you to sleep and wake up in the morning and actually, and wake up in the morning and actually be able to recount What happened? So I'm worried. Number one, I'm worried about the ability to dream. I'm seeing a lot of people outsourcing their dream power to AI. And that's why we're not seeing vision like we used to. We're not seeing people recreating the future. We're seeing the same, like you mentioned, we're seeing same applications. People are coming up with, because AI writes all the softwares now. AI writes the codes, right? So we're seeing, a semblance of the same thing. And that's why I'm excited about you, Lilian. I'm excited about your work at Orange, how you would be able to help to bring back, this era of us to dream. We want our students, we want our creators, our storytellers to have the ability to dream. Another thing I noticed is this issue of absorption, to be able to read. I was at normally I always have one book that I'm reading. Most people know that I'm always, with one book or the other. And I was telling someone recently, I said, I think we might have lost our ability to read. And the person was asking me why. I said, I don't see so many people talking about books, because now you can just upload the PDF to AI to summarize for you, And I was telling this person, I said, wait a minute. It's not in the reading of the book that makes me intelligent. It's the interaction I have when I am reading the book. It's not the fact that because I read.
Your imagination coming into
the transportation. You get transported into this writer's world, and you're able to imagine with the writer, things fall apart. Chinua Achebe, you're able to get into the world of things fall apart. You're able to see Oponko. You're able to go with them step by step. But today, imagine feeding that to AI to tell you what's in the book. AI is going to give everything to you. It will look great on paper, but we have lost something there. We have lost our ability to be transported. We become a little more... So the summary of what I'm saying is that maybe we are now becoming machine, and machine is becoming human.
That's exactly what I was... Exactly. That's exactly what I think, because we now become more like machines in the way we are thinking, lacking emotion. Everything is just, I got AI to do this. AI is doing, in the fashion world, AI is coming up with designs, everything is, so it's just having that right balance of knowing how to partner. And like you said, one of the things I really want to happen in Orange is, ensuring that people do not lose. Orange minds have to be thinkers. They have to be thinkers, because people are not thinking as much anymore. They feel it's easier, but you are losing a very important aspect of it, which you said, your ability to dream, envision things. And speaking of dreams, like I had the craziest dream.
Tell me.
I was doing strategy documents for whatever, I was just manufacturing them. And then I now had this entire campaign idea, and it's just coming from and I was just having headlines. I'm like, when I woke up, like, what is going on? It's not like there's this happens when you have like maybe a pitch, or maybe there's some big campaign coming up. But this was just my brain saying, you know what, while you sleep, I'm just going to think of stuff, while you're sleeping.
No.
And I know, Ken, you've had that experience when, back then as, a copywriter, when there's something you wanted to crack and it would come to you in your dream and you wake up, I'm like, yes, that's it. And you write it down.
Right. No, you're right. I don't get me wrong. I believe that people need to shift to the AI, economy, AI era of thinking. I hate when people say, oh, everybody is using AI, you're going to be lazy. No, that's not the right approach. People need to use AI. It's just like telling people when cars came. Imagine telling people, you cannot use car. It's going to make you lazy. You should work. It's
a very fantastic analogy.
No, it's a stupid. Just imagine typewriter. Imagine when we used to have the days of ASDF column LKJ spacebar.
Okay, Kenny, we are sorry. We are sorry. We'll talk like that. Because I'm just...
No, seriously. Many of us did even typewriting as a subject in secondary school. Like, it was a subject. Like, you have to You have to go to the place and then bring out this machine, and then you have to type. I still remember ASDF column LKJ space, but that's all I remember. And you have to keep typing. And I remember my teacher then was very, very harsh. If you don't put the right hand, the way that your hand is supposed to be, there's a ruler, For those of you watching abroad,
And
in Nigeria.
the amazing thing,
Yeah.
I consistently didn't do well in typewriting. I know the expertise of typewriting was being able to type without looking at your keyboard.
Correct.
And I realized that right now I type without looking at my keyboard because I've been typing because I find that I'm not looking.
So now what I'm saying is that imagine if some people say, when computer came, imagine people saying, oh, you cannot use a computer. You have to keep using typewriter. How stupid would that look like, So technology is here to help us. Technology is going to always be around. Technology is not just, technology is everything, like the road. The road that we pass every day is technology, because before, people have to find their way through the bushes to get out of their house. Their huts. People have to create a pathway, using their cutlasses and get out. And then somebody now created a road with a bridge. And then people are like, oh, that makes sense. So that helps us to get more tomatoes out of the farm, help us to get people.
Mm-hmm.
So AI is important development as for humanity. The problem is when technology came into our life, in the past, in the era of, industrial era, it didn't mean that we had to lose our humanity. It didn't mean we had to lose what makes us human. And I keep repeating it. One of the things that make us human, apart from dreams, apart from imagination, is also being able to make mistakes, and being able to correct it. I think we're getting to a point where people are obsessed with being perfect. This idea of perfection. It is a problem. Mm-hmm. It is not good for creatives. As creatives, we should be able to experiment. We should be able to fail. We should be able to, I don't know how to say, we should be able to doodle, like we say in Orange, just play, and throw into the trash. When we lose our ability to play, to experiment, to fail, we begin to become like robots. And that will begin to create a world that is not real. But imagine one day, that we lose the internet and we're all on the road driving.
God forbid.
but Lilian, is this not possible?
It is, because something close to that has happened before. I don't know if you remember, there was a time WhatsApp? Meta was down, Facebook, everything that had to do with Meta was down, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. People lost their minds. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. It looked like the world stopped. What am I meant to be doing with? What am I meant to do? Who am I right now? We questioned our identity.
Who am I?
And it was for a couple of hours. And when it came back, we were having, what should I call it, moments of thinking about their lives. Like, is this what I've become? What happens if this happens again for a week? I'm telling you.
So given all of this, how do you want to, what's your vision of a new academy? Maybe people don't need Orange. Maybe everything is already on AI. They don't need you to give them anything. What are you offering people that they need to come to your, because you are here running this place. This is your vision. This is your space. Why should they trust you? Why should they come to you? Why should they come to a place where you're organizing all of these ideas when they can just tell ChatGPT or Gemini or Cloud to say, give me the 10 strategies for my SEO writing for my new brand, and they just give them. It's already there. They can even design it for you. So why should I come to Orange?
I think deep down, everybody, and I think which even goes back to when I spoke about people wanting to be authentic, and then they try too hard to be authentic, becomes fake, and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's trying to find their voice. And AI is not going to do that for them. And I think deep down, we all know that. I would want to reiterate the core vision of, Orange, which is to help people find that creative voice.
Oh, wow.
And you can only do that through experiences and connection, where you're able to, when you get your hands dirty, you find out that this is what I'm actually capable of, because sometimes you do not know what you're capable of. Some of us, when we came to Orange, we found out there that we were leaders. Some of us found out there that, take, for example, Eniola. Eniola found out that he was an amazing creative writer, even though he's into music right now, but, that creativity flows from him so naturally. And he discovered that there.
Will you whine your body? Show me how you do it, like your style and your dressing. Show me how you do it, whine your body. Show me how you do it, like your style and your dressing. Show me how you do it. So mommy, just for me,
and beyond that, I think we are creating more than just, like I said, it's not the school, it's a movement. You mentioned something about what is happening like in the world, culturally, politically. Part of what Orange is going to make people do is to find their place in everything that is happening in the world around them.
Wow.
That is the aim. You'll find your place, you'll find your voice. You are a very perfect example. You are a mentor to a lot of people that I didn't even know you mentor. You might not be doing it directly, but they have followed you, they have been under your tutelage, and right now you're into science and you are creative. So it's not just about coming to learn how to do copywriting and do ads. Right. We hear things about, creative tech, creative science, like there's a lot of it. Creativity is the ability to create, basically. Do you understand? So we're helping people to find their place in the world and how they can make impacts, whether it is big, whether it is small. And it's not just about, yes, I know that we've mentioned a lot of people that maybe this person is a brand manager here, this person is this here, but there are people making impact that are not necessarily in those big spaces or big platforms. Yeah. For us, it's beyond you coming to a school. If you want to go to school to learn and get certificates, I would say Orange might not be the place for you because you might come and be disappointed. But if you want something that gives you meaning, fulfillment, and will give you the tools you need to impact the world around you in a big or small way, this is the place for you to be. And you are more than welcome.
I'm sold. You sold it to me. I think I need to register for your next program. That was really good. A place to find meaning. And there is no other time to talk about finding meaning than today.
No.
Honestly, Lilian, I have encountered a lot of young people and even older people who are all looking for meaning in their career pathways. Like everybody is asking, what is next? I have studied this, I have studied that. And I also know people that are sitting down with AI to craft their vision for the next thing to do in their life. In fact, one of the most used AI features are people using the AI to plan their future, to strategize what to do. And one of the things I always tell my friend is that get outside. AI hallucinates sometimes. It's going to tell you only what you want to hear. It's going to tell you are the best at sliced bread. It's going to say you are the best writer in this world. Talk to real people, meet people, go outside, have a conversation. That's when maybe you're actually doing something okay or not. And from what I heard from you now is like Orange Academy provides you that kind of platform where you're able to collaborate, you're able to get critique for the thing you are doing, in a good way, and is able to how do we say this? It kind of jumpstart you or kind of catapult, to the next level where you are going instead of you just sitting in a room. And I don't know, those of you watching right now, there's some of you that are just sitting in a room. All you do is just talk with this AI all day, thinking that you are making progress. Listen, Get outside. Get outside. We're not even talking about you coming to Orange to register. Go out. Go talk to people. Go meet people for lunch.
The alumni, you know who you are. I'm coming for all of you. So watch out. I'll be in your DMs, in your messages. For those that have reached out, thank you very much. I'll be holding you to your word. All the people that said, we are here for you. I'm holding it. I'm holding it tight.
That's great.
So it's Orange is ours at the end of the day. And I know that a lot of us feel that way. It always feels like home. So I think it's just for us to make that home bigger and, home to other people and use it to make a difference. I think that's the core of who we are at Orange, about making a difference, positive difference.
I love that.
So let's do this.
I love that. And on that note, for everyone who has been listening, this has been Lilian Williams, the first and the new CIO of Orange Academy. She's going to be seeing more of you. In case you don't see me here on WYS last Thursday of every month, most likely you're going to see Lilian and our team hosting this event.
Will you wind your body? Show me how you do it, like your style and your